Let me tell you something that you might not hear every day. Relationships are the foundation of everything we do. You don't build a career, a business, or even a fulfilling life without the right relationships. Think about it. How did you get to where you are today? Chances are it wasn't just because of your own hard work, it was because of the people around you, the connections you've made, and the support you've received along the way. Now, let me ask you, have you ever thought about how your relationships shape your success? Have you ever paused to consider that your network, your support system, and even your closest friendships could be the biggest catalyst for your growth? Relationships are not just a side note in your life. They're the key to unlocking your potential. Today, we're not just going to talk about how to deal with people. We're going to talk about how to build the relationships that will elevate you and those around you. Relationships are not a passive experience. They are something you must actively build and manage. The way you manage your relationships will directly impact your success. Think of your relationships as your personal and professional network. This network, these connections, are your greatest assets. But let me make one thing clear. Your relationships are your network, your support system, and your greatest asset. Whether it's a mentor who pushes you to be better, a colleague who helps you overcome challenges, or a friend who picks you up when you fall, these relationships are the ones that shape your life. You might think that success is all about hard work and talent, but let me challenge you. Success is not just about what you know. It's about who you know, how you connect with them, and how you nurture those bonds. Relationships, personal and professional, will influence every aspect of your life, your happiness, your growth, and your opportunities. Let's take a step back for a moment and think about this. How many of your opportunities came because of someone you knew, because of a relationship you nurtured? Your relationships will influence your ability to succeed and thrive. They will shape the way you approach the world. The truth is, no one becomes successful in isolation. Relationships are essential to getting where you want to go. Managing relationships is not a passive skill. It's an active process, a conscious effort that requires attention and care. It's not just about knowing people, it's about nurturing those connections. It's easy to take people for granted. It's easy to assume that they'll always be there, but trust me, if you don't put in the work to cultivate these relationships, you'll lose them. And here's where the power truly lies. You have the power to strengthen or weaken the relationships in your life. So what are you doing with that power? How are you showing up in your relationships? Are you putting in the effort to make them stronger, or are you letting them wither? Relationships are like plants. They need to be watered, cared for, and nurtured. If you neglect them, they'll die. Today, I'm going to show you how to actively manage and strengthen your relationships, whether they're personal or professional. You'll learn how to take your relationships to the next level and in turn unlock a future that is richer, more connected, and full of opportunity. So, why are we here today? What's the goal? It's simple. The goal today is to give you the tools you need to manage your relationships, both personal and professional, to get the most out of them. This is not a speech about surface-level connection. This is about truly understanding how to build, maintain, and repair the relationships that matter most in your life. At the core of every successful relationship are three key pillars: respect, trust, and communication. Without these pillars, a relationship is like a building with a weak foundation. No matter how beautiful it looks on the outside, it's bound to crumble. Let me ask you, what happens when one of these pillars cracks? What happens when trust is broken, respect is lost, or communication falters? Think of a relationship as a house. A house can stand tall, but without a strong foundation, it's only a matter of time before it falls apart. So when these three pillars are intact, you create something powerful, a solid relationship. And when one pillar starts to shake, it threatens the stability of the entire relationship. If you want your relationships to thrive, you need to build and reinforce these pillars. Don't let respect fade. Don't let trust break. And most importantly, never stop communicating. Not all relationships are created equal, and understanding this is key. You need to distinguish between personal, professional, and casual relationships. Not all relationships are the same, and each requires a different level of investment. Think about a colleague's relationship versus a family member's relationship. There's a distinct difference. Each type of relationship requires its own boundaries, expectations, and emotional investment. A work relationship requires professionalism, clear communication, and respect for roles. A personal relationship demands openness, vulnerability, and trust. How do you handle these different types of relationships in your life? It's not enough to simply speak your mind. You need to listen. You need to understand the emotions and needs of the other person. Think of communication as a bridge. If the bridge is strong, the connection is solid. If it's weak, the relationship will crumble. Effective communication is about creating a bridge that allows both people to be heard, understood, and respected. How many times have miscommunications led to conflict in your relationships? How many times have things spiraled out of control just because someone wasn't listening, or someone didn't make their intentions clear? Communication is not a one-way street. It's a two-way connection that requires both parties to actively participate. So, why do relationships fail? What goes wrong? It's not always because of a single event, but often because of multiple small things, misunderstandings, unmet expectations, or simply a lack of effort. Misunderstandings, unmet expectations, lack of effort. These are just a few reasons relationships fall apart. The truth is, relationships require constant maintenance. They need attention, care, and work. It's easy to think that things will just work themselves out, but they won't. When conflict arises, how do you handle it? Are you the type to walk away or confront it head-on? The key to lasting relationships is conflict resolution. It's not about avoiding conflict, it's about dealing with it in a way that strengthens the bond between you and the other person. When you face challenges together and navigate them with respect, communication, and trust, you build a foundation that can withstand anything life throws your way. Trust is the cornerstone of every relationship. Without it, you have nothing. Trust is the foundation upon which all strong connections are built. Think about the people you trust most in your life. What makes them trustworthy? Is it their honesty, their consistency, or their willingness to be there when you need them most? Trust is not given easily, it's earned. And it takes time, effort, and consistency to build. Now let me ask you this, what are you doing to build trust in your relationships? Are you being reliable? Are you keeping your promises no matter how small they may seem? Trust is like a bank account. Every good action, every moment of reliability adds to your balance. But a single betrayal can wipe it out. If you don't prioritize building trust in your relationships, they will be fragile, unable to weather the storms that life throws at them. Think of the most trusted person in your life. What do they do that makes you trust them? Now, think about how you can apply those qualities to your own relationships. Trust isn't something you can take for granted. It's something you must actively work to earn and maintain every single day. Effective communication is the lifeblood of any relationship. It's not just about speaking your mind, it's about saying what you mean and hearing what's said. Too many relationships suffer because of poor communication, often because we aren't truly listening. Communication goes beyond words. It involves tone, body language, and intention. Are you really listening, or just waiting for your turn to speak? Think about a time when you misunderstood someone. Maybe it was a casual comment that spiraled into an argument because you didn't understand their intentions. Now, think about a time when communication was crystal clear. It made all the difference, didn't it? Communication is the bridge that connects two people. If the bridge is strong, the relationship thrives. But if the bridge is weak, misunderstandings, hurt feelings, and distance can easily arise. Let me tell you this. Communication is not just about talking, it's about listening. If you want your relationships to thrive, you need to understand this. Communication is a two-way street. Master it and your relationships will become deeper, stronger, and more fulfilling. Boundaries are the key to maintaining respect, balance, and personal well-being in relationships. Without boundaries, you risk overcommitting, burning out, or compromising your own needs for the sake of others. Let me ask you, do you know your boundaries? And do you respect others? Boundaries aren't walls, they're fences that protect you and those around you. They ensure that you stay true to yourself, while also allowing others the space to be themselves. Think of boundaries like a fence around a garden. They keep the good things in, your time, your energy, your peace of mind, and keep the bad things out, disrespect, manipulation, or exhaustion. Without boundaries, your garden will become overrun, and you'll be left with nothing but chaos. Healthy boundaries help create the space for relationships to flourish. When you set boundaries, you're not being selfish. You're ensuring that you show up as your best self, both for yourself and for those around you. So, take a moment to reflect. What are your boundaries? Are you honoring them? Are you respecting the boundaries of those you care about? If you don't establish and protect your boundaries, you risk losing the very relationships you're trying to nurture. Disagreements are inevitable. Conflict is a natural part of any relationship. The difference between a relationship that thrives and one that falls apart is how you handle that conflict. Let me be clear, avoiding conflict does not make a relationship stronger. Confronting it, understanding it, and resolving it, that is what builds lasting strength. When a conflict arises, how do you react? Do you shut down, lash out, or withdraw? Or do you stay calm, listen actively, and find common ground? Conflict, when approached with respect and understanding, can be an opportunity for growth. It's in the fire of conflict that relationships often grow the strongest. So here's the challenge for you. When conflict arises, how will you handle it? The key to conflict resolution is not about winning the argument, but about learning, growing, and coming to an understanding that strengthens the bond between both parties. Disagreements are inevitable, but if you face them with grace and a willingness to listen and learn, they can become stepping stones toward deeper connection. Consistency is everything. In relationships, being reliable isn't optional, it's essential. People need to know they can count on you. If you say you'll do something, do it. Consistency builds credibility, trust, and respect. It shows the people around you that you are someone they can rely on no matter what. Are you consistent in your relationships? Think about someone in your life who is always there for you. What do they do that makes them so dependable? They don't promise what they can't deliver, and when they say they'll be there, they show up. That consistency builds trust. It creates a foundation that no challenge can shake. In every relationship, consistency matters. It's easy to be there for someone once in a while, but being there when it counts, that's what sets you apart. So make the commitment today. Become someone people can count on, not just when it's convenient, but always. Your relationships will grow stronger because of it. Nothing great comes without effort. Relationships are no different. They take time, energy, and a willingness to invest. If you want strong, healthy relationships, you have to water them like a garden. If you don't water them, they will wither. But if you nurture them, they will flourish. A relationship is like a plant. It needs your attention. Think about the people who matter most to you. How much time and effort are you putting into those relationships? Are you making them a priority? If you're not, don't be surprised when those relationships begin to fade. Relationships require consistent effort and investment to grow and thrive. Here's a simple truth. If you don't put in the effort, you'll lose the connection. It's that simple. So ask yourself, how much time and effort am I putting into the relationships that matter most? Invest in them, and you'll see the return. Just like a garden, the more you care for it, the more it will grow. Empathy is the glue that binds us together. It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. When you show empathy in a relationship, you are telling the other person, I see you, I hear you, and I understand you. Think about a time when someone showed empathy towards you. Maybe they listened when you were struggling, or they offered a shoulder when you needed it most. How did that make you feel? Empowered, supported, valued. Empathy builds bridges in relationships. It allows you to connect with others on a deeper level. It's not just about solving problems. It's about understanding what the other person is going through and offering your support in a meaningful way. Let me ask you this. How often do you practice empathy in your relationships? If you want stronger, more connected relationships, start with empathy. It will change the way you relate to everyone around you. When you celebrate others, you elevate both them and yourself. Think about a time when you celebrated someone else's success. Maybe it was a friend who landed a new job, or a colleague who achieved something great. How did that make you feel? Happy for them? Inspired? Lifted up? Celebrating others builds strong, healthy relationships. It shows that you care about their success, not just your own. It strengthens your bond with them, and it creates an atmosphere of positivity and support. When you lift others up, you elevate yourself as well. So reflect on this. Are you actively celebrating the successes of those around you? When you celebrate others, you create a cycle of positive energy. It comes back to you, strengthening your connection and fostering mutual respect and admiration. Don't just wait for people to celebrate you, celebrate them too. This is just the beginning. As we move forward, we'll explore how to recognize toxic relationships, let go of negative influences, and turn difficult relationships into opportunities for growth. The tools and insights you're gaining today will transform your approach to every relationship in your life. And with these tools, you will strengthen your relationships and elevate your life. Let's talk about something that's hard to hear but absolutely essential. Toxic relationships. Toxic relationships are the ones that drain you, undermine your self-esteem, and leave you feeling worse than before. We've all encountered them at some point in our lives. It might be a friend, a family member, or even a colleague. You know the feeling. Every time you interact, you feel exhausted, diminished, or maybe even worse about yourself. The energy in these relationships is toxic, it's negative, and it has an impact on you. Think about someone in your life who brings negativity. How does their energy affect you? Do you feel drained after spending time with them? Does it feel like no matter how hard you try, the relationship just weighs you down? Toxic relationships are like an anchor that keeps you from moving forward. They limit your potential, hold you back, and keep you stuck in a cycle of negativity. Now, let me ask you this. Are you holding on to toxic relationships out of obligation or fear? Maybe you're afraid to let them go because you've been friends for years, or they're family, and you don't want to rock the boat. But here's the truth. If a relationship is toxic, it's holding you back, and sometimes the only way to grow is to release yourself from that toxicity. Don't let fear or obligation keep you in relationships that are poisoning your potential. Recognize them, confront them, and most importantly, let them go. Not every relationship is meant to last, and that's okay. Some relationships are stepping stones that help you grow, while others become weights around your ankles, dragging you down. Letting go of relationships that hinder your growth is one of the most liberating things you can do. But it's not always easy, right? We get attached. We feel guilty. We don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. But here's the harsh reality. Not every relationship is meant to last. Let go of the ones that are holding you back. Think of it like a tree. As it grows, there will be dead branches that no longer serve it. They just take up space and use up energy that the rest of the tree could be using to grow. In the same way, there are people in your life who are like dead branches. They drain your energy and prevent you from thriving. Sometimes you need to cut the dead branches off the tree so the rest can thrive. Holding on to relationships that no longer serve you is like holding on to those dead branches and is preventing you from reaching your full potential. Ask yourself, what negative relationships am I holding on to? Is it time to let go? If you want to grow, to soar, you must release the things that weigh you down. Let go of what no longer serves you and make room for relationships that lift you up and help.
Now, let's talk about something else. Difficult relationships. We all have them. Those people in our lives who push our buttons, challenge us, or make us question ourselves. But let me tell you something. Difficult people teach us patience, resilience, and empathy. How we handle them defines us. Every difficult relationship is an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to practice patience, to develop empathy, to become stronger.
It's easy to avoid difficult people or let them get under your skin, but the true growth happens when you choose to face those challenges head on. When you learn to deal with difficult relationships, you become a better person. You learn how to communicate effectively, how to manage your emotions, and how to maintain your integrity, no matter what. Here's the challenge. Can you turn challenges into growth opportunities? Every difficult person in your life is a lesson waiting to be learned. The question is, are you willing to learn? When you take responsibility for how you handle these relationships, you begin to transform them. And most importantly, you transform yourself. Here's the thing. If you don't act now, nothing will change. Don't wait for tomorrow to start building better relationships. Start now. Every day you delay is a day you waste. Every day you keep toxic relationships or avoid dealing with the difficult ones is a day you stay stuck. But here's the good news. You have the power to change it today. Your relationships are what you make them. If you want better, stronger connections, you have to work for it. You can't sit back and wait for people to change. You can't wait for the perfect moment. The moment is now. Look at the relationships in your life. Which ones need work? Which ones need to be let go? Take action today and don't look back. Let me tell you this, the quality of your relationships determines the quality of your life. If you want to be happier, more successful, and more fulfilled, you need to cultivate the right relationships. You need to surround yourself with people who elevate you, support you, and challenge you to be the best version of yourself. Take control of your relationships. You have the power to build, strengthen, and repair them. You have the power to decide who stays and who goes. You have the power to nurture relationships that will help you grow. And you have the power to let go of the ones that no longer serve you. So, here's the bottom line. Your relationships are what you make them. If you want them to be stronger, healthier, and more fulfilling, you have to put in the effort. You are the one who controls this. Use that power wisely. Start today and take your relationships in your life. Go out and build relationships that will elevate you, inspire you, and support you in becoming the best version of yourself. Don't wait for the world to hand you these connections. Go out there, create them, nurture them, and let them fuel your journey. You have the power to shape your future with the relationships you choose to build today. The world needs your light. Let your relationships be the foundation that helps you shine brighter than you ever thought possible. You are unstoppable when you surround yourself with the right people. Now go and make it happen.